on different positions. During my experience, I can say that, of course, the NSO have to produce some statistical products like price, CPI, like national accounts side, GDP, institutional sector accounts, environmental accounts, labor forces, etc., etc. But in order to make the life easy for us, you have to have, or you should have, a good coordination amongst the national institutions like central bank, like Ministry of Finance, etc., etc., and other stakeholders. We will get a brief knowledge from TURKS TAT today. And without further ado, I want to move to the opening. And I want to introduce to Mr. Onur Çağlar. Mr. Onur Çağlar is the Director of the Statistical Information Department at SESRIC. Mr. Onur Çağlar, the floor is yours.
Thank you, Mr. Kürşat. Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen. Assalamu alaikum ve rahmetullahi ve barakatuhu. I wish you all a very good day. It is my distinct pleasure to welcome you to this training course on National Statistical Coordination. This important initiative is being implemented within the framework of SESRIC Statistical Capacity Building program, which is carefully designed to enhance the capacities of National Statistical Offices across the OIC member countries. I would like to extend our deepest appreciation to each member country represented here today for your active participation and commitment. Our sincere gratitude also goes to Turkish Statistical Institute, TURKS TAT, for their invaluable support and collaboration. Their readiness to share their wealth of experience and expertise with the other OIC member countries exemplifies the spirit of cooperation that is essential for our collective success. Dear participants, as we convene from various parts of the OIC region, we are united by a shared objective to strengthen our national statistical systems. National statistical coordination in this regards plays a pivotal role in ensuring the consistency, reliability, and comparability of data across government agencies. It harmonizes the methodologies, standards, and definitions employed in the data collection and dissemination, which in turn enhances the quality of statistics available for informed policymaking. Effective coordination fosters collaboration, reduces duplication of efforts, and optimizes the use of resources. It is fundamental to maintaining the integrity and credibility of official statistics, thereby supporting the evidence-based governance. In this context, the distinguished experts at TURKS TAT have developed a comprehensive two-day training program. The course will cover critical topics such as the Turkish Statistical System, the Official Statistical Program, the Statistics Council, and various aspects of quality assessment and monitoring within the Official Statistical Program, which is being implemented in Turkey. At SESRIC, we remain committed to strengthening the technical capacities of national statistical offices across our member countries through our Statistical Capacity Building program. Since 2023, we have successfully conducted around 50 statistical activities with the participation from nearly all OIC member countries. This broad engagement underscores our collective dedication to advancing statistical capabilities within the OIC region. We look forward to organizing many more successful events with your continued and active engagement and support. Dear participants, I am confident that the expertise shared by TURKS TAT, coupled with the valuable contributions from each one of you, will greatly enrich our training course. Thank you once again for joining us today. I wish you all fruitful discussions and productive learning. Vesselamu alaikum ve rahmetullahi ve barakatuh.
Thank you, Mr. Onur. Now, before moving to technical sessions, we will take a family photo. So could you open your camera if you are suitable environment so that you can take a family photo, then move to the technical session. We are waiting for a few seconds more. Some of our participants will take time to open their camera. Okay. Now I'm taking the photo and count down. 3, 2, 1, and I take the photo. Thank you. Thank you very much. Now, I would like to invite Mr. İlyas, Mr. Muhammed İlyas Uysal, my ex-colleagues from TURKS TAT. He is head of Official Statistical Planning and Monitoring Group. I said TURKS, the Turkish Statistical Institute. Now, the floor is yours, Mr. İlyas.
Thank you, Mr. Dostor. Dear participants, welcome to all. It's my great pleasure to welcome all of you to training course on National Statistical Coordination. My name is Muhammed İlyas Uysal, and as Mr. Doğru said before, I am head of Official Statistics Planning and Monitoring Group at Turkish Statistical Institute. I have been working for 18 years in TURKS TAT. This course designed to provide information on how national statistical coordination is implemented in our country as a good example practice. I want to share my screen with my presentation. Over the next 2 days, we will cover components of national statistical coordination. I encourage you to actively participate and ask questions. One of the great benefits of online learning is the ability to connect with a diverse group of people from different backgrounds. Remember, we are all here to learn and grow together. Thank you for being here, for investing in your professional development. I would like to start my presentations by saying that I am excited to embark on this learning journey with you. Although it's specified in the course program, I would like to present you two-day presentation contents. First presentation, which I will briefly talk about the components of Turkish statistical system. We'll follow the detailed presentation about the official statistics program. After the first presentation, where all kinds of explanations of the official statistics program are explained, I will present you information about the Statistical Council. The official statistics program working groups, which are subcomponents of the Statistical Council, will follow the presentation of the preparation and implementation of the official statistics program. After that, a presentation on how we create the national data release calendar will be made by me. I will make a presentation about the follow-up, the name sound program and monitoring the implementation of the plans. Then, after informing what kind of studies we carry out in Turkey on the measurement of the quality the quality of the official statistics program. An important point, the official statistics program, which is a 5-year program, can be revised over time when necessary. And finally, a presentation will be held about the official statistics portal, which is the gateway to the opening of the Turkish statistical system, consists of what components and who is managed by whom. After briefly the training content in this way, I would like to start my first presentation, if it is suitable. My first presentation is about Turkish statistical system. If we look at the historical background, the history of Turkish statistics goes back as far as the Ottoman Empire. When starting from the 14th century, of information and population and the land was collected. The first population census was carried out in the 19th century, and some regulations about the statistics in the 19th century for the collection of the administrative data from the public institutions to the central government. And in 1926, the Central Statistical Department, the modern-day predecessor of TURKS TAT, was established. In parallel with the evolution of the different areas of the economy and the society covered by statistics, the name of the institution has changed several times over the 20th century until it got its current name, the Turkish Statistical Institute, TURKS TAT. Can you see on the screen different names and different forms of Turkish Statistical Institute in the 20th century? Of course, the main part of the Turkish statistical system is the legislation. In 2005, with the statistics law of Turkey, regulations made on official statistic program, access to administrative data, principles on the national register systems, confidentiality on information. I want to tell something about that law. The statistic law regulates compilation and implementation of the official statistic program in accordance with designated statistical principles, which broadly replicate the principles of the European Statistics Code of Practice. Statistics law also prescribes the structure and the main tasks of the advisory and supporting units of TURKS TAT, as well as the structure of the regional offices. It also regulates the composition, role, and frequency of meetings of the Statistical Council. And in 2018, the Presidential Decree number 4 published, and this said that Statistical Council shall be established to advise on the preparation and implementation of the program and on the development and functions of the official statistics, to determine and assess the areas in which official statistics are needed, and to provide opinions and suggestions for future works to be carried out. And with the same Presidential Decree number 4, regulations made on scientific and technical autonomy, as I said before, on Statistical Council and organizational structure of TURKS TAT. The legislation, can we say, official statistic program is also a legislation because it's a presidential decree. in every 5 years. Also, we have regulation on statistical council. We have also regulation on the procedures and principles on preparation and implementation of official statistics program. These are detailed regulations. And there is another regulation is also a directive on the development of statistical methodology in institutions and organizations in the official statistics program. It's also important for our legislation in Turkish statistical system. And then after the legislation, I want to continue with the official statistics program details. Is it possible? If it is possible. Official statistics program. Can we say the official statistics program based on the statistics law of Turkey, according to the Article 601 of the Presidential Decree number 4, published in the official gazette. Official statistics program is prepared for a 5-year period in order to determine the basic principles and standards dealing with the production and dissemination of official statistics, and to produce reliable, timely, transparent, and impartial data required at the national and international level. With the official statistics program, we avoid repetition in the production and publication of official statistics. For example, land use is for land use statistics might be some ministries responsible differently, but the statistics must be only one, and we should avoid the repetition. Official statistics program is helpful for the avoid the repetition. Program reduces the burden of respondents, increases public confidence in official statistics by saving manpower and resources. Another point, standardization is provided in official statistics. As we said before, there are some that the other ministry or institutions produce statistics, but the code of practice for the European statistical system is important, and we can standardize the institution statistics by the official statistics program. Official statistics program responsible and related institutions are defined. Clarifications are made about which institutions will be compliant by which method and in what periods and when they will be published. Statistics not foreseen but required to be produced in the program period shall be considered as official statistics in case they are included in the program until the end of the annual updating period in cooperation with TURKS TAT. In relation to the implementation of the program, by 2007, data identified to be produced by institutions and organizations other than TURKS TAT in the official statistics program shall be considered as official statistics. Thus, in any field required, only one reliable official statistics is produced. What's official statistics? As you know, official statistics consists data collected and processed by institutions and organizations within the official statistics program. These data obtained from might be administrative registers, register systems, or census, or surveys based on sampling. Can we mention official statistics from by the institutions? TURKS TAT statistics are official statistics. Presidency, ministries, and related organizations of those, local authorities and related organizations, corporations and companies of those, Central Bank of Turkey, Borsa Istanbul, universities, other institutes, and legal entities set up under their special law can produce official statistics if it is in official statistics program. Of course, there are some other statistics in Turkey. What are they? The work carried out by institutions and organizations in statistical areas which are not covered by the program aren't official statistics program, aren't official statistics. The results of census or surveys conducted by real persons and legal entities under special law shall not be considered as official statistics. These are district areas. As I said before, from the European replicate the principles of the European Statistics Code of Practice, we have principles of official statistics in official statistics program. The first one is professional independence. What is it? The reliability of official statistics is ensured by the independence of the institutions in the program and from other policy, regulatory, or administrative departments and bodies, as well as from private sector operators. Institutions responsible for the production of official statistics are responsible for the independent production and dissemination of statistics. The second principle, coordination and cooperation. TURKS TAT ensures coordination between the institutions in the program regarding the development, production, and dissemination of official statistics within the scope of the program and effective cooperation in this context. The third principle is mandate for data collection and access to data. Institutions responsible for the production of official statistics should have a clear legal mandate to collect and access information for the purpose of Turkish statistical system, and this mandate should be regulated by law. The fourth one, adequacy of resources. Resources allocated for the production and dissemination of official statistics should be sufficient to meet the requirements of the Turkish statistical system. The fifth one, commitment to quality. The quality of statistical data should be regularly monitored and reported using statistical techniques. Strengths and weaknesses should be identified regularly and systematically in order to continuously improve process and output quality. All institutions within the scope of official statistics program are obliged to comply with the principles of accuracy, reliability, coherence, statistical confidentiality, and transparency in the statistics they produce. Institutions should monitor the quality of data collection, processing, and dissemination process in the official statistics they produce, and the quality of the statistics produced according to the quality components. Institutions are obliged to ensure the quality commitment in case they outsource the production of official statistics to private sector contractor companies. We have 16 principles, and the other 5 of them. The sixth one, the statistical confidentiality and data protection. Can we say institutions and organizations to produce official statistics are obliged to take very precaution against illegal access, disclosure, or use of confidential data. Confidential data collected, processed, and stored for the production of official statistics cannot be given to any administrative, judicial, or military organ or authority or person, cannot be used for other than statistical purposes, and cannot be a means of proof. The use of such information should be guaranteed for statistical purposes and data protection only. Confidentiality commitments defined by the Turkish Statistical Law number 5429 are also valid for all institutions involved in the statistical production process within the scope of official statistical program, and for private sector contractor companies that they outsource. For research conducted by intermediary companies, the principle of confidentiality is building in the protection and storage of data and information to be transmitted to institutions in accordance with confidentiality provisions. Accordingly, intermediary companies cannot share any information they obtain with third parties. In line with the statistical confidentiality principle, the procedures and principles regarding data privacy and security are regulated by the Regulation about the procedures and principles of data privacy, confidentiality, data security of official statistics is an important regulation for our system. All institutions producing official statistics must comply with the principles set by the regulation. The seventh one, impartiality and objectivity. Institutions that produce official statistics should produce and disseminate their data in an objective, professional, and transparent manner within the framework of the principle of scientific independence and at an equal distance to all users. Data producers should clearly define the purpose and target of the official statistics they will produce and announce to the public the data sources, methods, important revisions, publication dates of statistics, and errors noticed in published statistics. The eighth principle, sound methodology. International standards, guidelines, and good practices should be followed in the collection, processing, and dissemination of official statistics. The use of standard definitions, concepts, and classifications forms the basis of quality statistics. This requires the use of adequate tools, procedures, and expertise in the production of statistics. Another principle, appropriate statistical procedures. Operations during all statistical process, from data collections to dissemination, according to the procedures and principles, forms the basis of the production of high quality statistics. The 10th principle, can we say, non-excessive burden of respondents. Response burden should be monitored within the scope of data collected from households, workplaces, individuals, and target should be determined to reduce the respondents' burden. Of course, the cost effectiveness is important principle of official statistics. Resources should be used effectively in the production and dissemination of statistics. The productivity potential in statistical procedures should be optimized by using different data sources and information technologies. The relevance, the other principle. Official statistics should be in scope to meet user needs. In this subject, they belong to user needs, should be monitored regularly, and statistics should be continuously improved. The last three principles of official statistics, last four, accuracy and reliability, timeliness and punctuality, coherence and comparability, accessibility and clarity. Can we mention about accuracy and reliability? Official statistics should accurately and reliably portray reality and change according to their subject and scope of research. The quality of data sources and outputs should be regularly monitored, and work should be done to improve statistical process and outputs. Timeliness and punctuality. Official statistics should be produced up to date within the scope of existing data infrastructure. The publication time of statistics should be determined and announced in advance and published in accordance with the National Data Release Calendar. I will explain detailed presentation for National Data Release Calendar. Is very important component of Turkish statistical system. Coherence and comparability. Official statistics should be consistent internally and over time, comparable between regions and countries, and joint use of detailed data from different sources should be combined, harmonized, and used in common. The last principle, accessibility and clarity. Official statistics should be presented in a clear and understandable form, released in a suitable and convenient manner, available in impartial basis and accessible with supporting metadata. In distribution tools, for example, printed media, media tools, internet, social media, etc., easily accessible to every user should be used. The main goal should be to disseminate data to the users over the web pages together with the relevant metadata information. After the principle of official statistics, can we mention about what's the official statistics program? A platform, a book, or a platform with involvement of all public organizations identifying official statistics, provide data production principles to meet international standards, prevent duplicate efforts, reduce labor force, time, and cost. In official statistics program, which data, by which institution, using which classification, which geographical coverage, how frequently published, when and which format is identified. We have 4 official statistics programs over 16 the third period 2018 and 2021, and the current period 2022 to 2026. What is the difference? There are some difference for the official statistics program, the timeline. The first official statistics program, as I said before, to prevent the duplication in the production and publication of official statistics, to reduce the burden of response, to save manpower and resources in the public sector. It was the first one for the Turkey. The second official statistics program brings the Turkish statistics program a bit away. And in the second period, national quality standards were established. Administrative records were invented. Official statistics portal was opened to as a gateway to public and to the all over the world. Metadata information was created in the second period of official statistics program. In the third official statistics program, increasing the use of administrative records in statistical production, data security and data confidentiality, administrative register to TURKS TAT from the other institutes, standardizing the identifiers and variables of real persons and legal entities, timing of statistics to enable the production of more various sectoral and regional statistics, to decrease responded law, to decrease corporate workload, to use public resources in the most efficient way, aimed in the third official statistics program. And now we are in the current and fourth official program. We aimed at strengthening data integration, digitalization, accessibility, using alternative data sources, for example, mobile signs, increasing the data representation of our country at the international level, increasing control over sending data to international institutions and organizations through the international data transfer system. I want to mention about the international data transfer system. For example, some institution sent some statistics to the UN. We want to see who sent and or which data sent to the United States or OECD, for example. And we because of that, we established international data transfer system in Turkey. In the general framework differs from the period of program, but the current one is the current one has 10 themes, 21 subjects, and 326 sub-subjects. It starts from statistical infrastructure to the living condition statistics. It's all about my presentation about the official statistics program briefly, and I don't know a bit rapid, but can we take questions about the Turkish statistics system briefly and official statistics program and now on? Thank you.
Dear participants, if you have some questions, you can either raise your hands or you can write to chat box. I think we don't have the questions. So, Mr. Uysal, you can continue with session 2. The floor is yours.
For statistical council, or can we
Yes.
continue? Okay.
Yeah.
As I mentioned, the first presentation, one of the components of the Turkish statistical system is statistical council. Statistical council, with the legislation law of Turkish statistical system and decree number 4 on the President of Republic article, established as a council. The statistical council was established for the purpose of prepare and implement the official statistics program, to advise on the development and functions of official statistics, and to identify and evaluate official statistical needs, to carry out studies that include forward-looking opinions and suggestions. Who are they? Who is Statistical Council? The TURKS TAT President, the Chairman of the Council, and the TURKS TAT Vice Presidents, natural members of Statistical Council. The other members are institutions and organizations represented by at least one member at the level of Vice President or General Manager, are ministries, Council of Higher Education, and Strategy and Budget Department, Central Bank of Turkey Republic, Banking Regulation and Supervision Agency, Social Security Institution, President of Revenue Management, Personal Data Protection Authority are represented by a member at the level of Vice President or General Manager. Also, we have civil society members. The President of Civil Society Organization with maximum number of members who are members of private law, legal entities, or real people carrying out research activities, including statistical results. And the other one, the head of non-governmental organization with a maximum teaching staff and operating in the field of statistics, nowadays head of Turkish Statistical Association, Turkish Union of Chambers of Certified Public Accountants and Certified Public Accountants President, and the chairman of the Consul Tax, the president of Journalists Association of Turkey are also members of the Statistical Council. Statistical Council holds its regular meeting in March every year. It sometimes changes some other problems. For example, COVID pandemic, it changed the dates. But extraordinary meetings can also be held upon the invitation of the president if deemed necessary. For example, if we need some revision on official statistics program, the president invite the members and for an extraordinary meeting. The invitation to regular meetings is made in writing with the draft agenda one month before the meeting day, and the invitation to extraordinary meeting is made in writing with the appropriate time before the meeting day. The secretariat services of the council are carried out by the presidency of the institution. In our institution, my group is responsible for the secretariat services of the statistical council. What are we doing for the statistical council? We prepare the draft program. It can be changed year by year, but the main one, the main issue in the statistical council, how is it going? Official statistics program, how is it going? Official statistics program, and because of that, we prepare the annual monitoring reports where the program activities are evaluated. Sometimes, it changes the program. For example, this year was about the artificial intelligence or data governance was the main idea of the statistical council meeting. And sometimes, for example, last year was agricultural census in Turkey was the main topic in statistical council. It can be changed for the meeting. Yeah, can we continue? Carry out the preliminary preparations that will form the basis of council's work. We carry out that. We inform the council members of the meeting dates, venue agenda, and ensure communication with relevant institutions. Statistical Council ensure the necessary coordination in the organization of the council and the working group meetings, make special arrangements, follow the agendas of the council and working groups, carry out the rapporteurships, minutes, filling, document entry, and exit processes and archive activities of the council, and send the decisions taken the relevant institutions and organizations. Perform other tasks related to work of the council and working groups made by our group. I want to show some scenes from the Statistical Council. Our president as a chairman of the council and the other general directors from other ministries or vice presidents of institutions. Can you see? And the other experts for the official statistics program are sitting in the back chair. This year's official statistical council's picture, one of, yeah, as you see, the other one. And after that, we published the news about our statistical council meetings in our website and also in our official statistics portal. Also, we can share the statistical council news to the social media. And that's all for the statistical council.
Yes. Before going to USB working group, we have some questions. We have 4 questions.
Okay.
I can say one by one and you can answer that. The first one is from Hayam. Could you please tell us more about the control of data sent to international organizations?
Okay. For example, our agricultural ministry sent data to FAO, and there is a program, International Data Transmission System. We manage it, but the members of other ministries or experts or the other statisticians send the data over the system. We make them members, and they how can I say, the system works as a mail system, but we identify who sent the data for which institutions to which international organization. It's important for us because sometimes the old data or the for example, the new data released in Turkey, but we can see in international organizations' website the old ones, and because of that, if we know who sent the data to the international organization, we can change by via these institutions. Might be I can present another presentation nowadays. Is it possible? I don't know.
Maybe if you can, maybe you can give more information tomorrow about the international, send the data to international organizations through yourself.
With pleasure.
The second question is from Indonesia. I wonder if the TSI follows certain guidelines based on best practice, for instance, the UN guideline on conducting statistical activities.
Sorry, can I?
It's about the Indonesia is asking about whether TURKS TAT is in line with the international guidelines.
Of course.
Eurostat, UN, IMF, etc. Is asking about that.
Of course, we can say it's we conduct the statistical activities for UN guideline or European statistical Eurostat's guideline or code of practice.
Great. Thank you. From Brunei, we have questions. Do you use any data produced by or from non-official statistics? Do you use any data produced by or from non-official statistics?
No.
Actually, you can add, Mr. Uysal, that TURKS TAT is a boss of the system. So if TURKS TAT use the data, it becomes an official statistics, or TURKS TAT produce and publish a data, it becomes directly an official statistics. So from that rule, we can say that TURKS TAT doesn't use any non-official statistics, isn't it?
Thank you, Mr. Dostor. As you mentioned, I said before in legislation, there is a part, the TURKS TAT statistics are official statistics in the legislation.
And now from Indonesia, we have a questions. In your slide, you mentioned OS, official statistics, consists data collected and processed within OSP. Does it mean that stats that are produced outside the OSP are considered as non-OS?
Yeah, as in our country, yes. For example, agricultural ministry produce and statistics, but it is not in official statistics program. We don't say official statistics because the principles of official statistics, we should control the statistics is suitable for our principles. We should control it by the working official statistics working group. Our departments control the statistics, for example, for disseminate, for metadata, for quality, for the producing mechanism or data collection mechanism. If we don't control, we can't say the official statistics. The next presentations, I will say the principles or the of the official statistics and how can we include the statistics to our official statistics program.
Thank you. We have a question from Nigeria. How do you manage private institutions sponsored by NGOs that carry out surveys and publish them without recourse to the NSO?
They are not our. We are not manage them. The private institutions statistics are not official statistics, but if they are sometimes we have institutions use private institutions to data collection. It might be, but for example, a advertisement company sometimes produce a statistics. It can't be an official statistics, and we don't manage that.
Mr. Ünsal, can add that it's a verification action. When you say that it's an official statistics, there are some quality measures that the producer should do and stay in line. Otherwise, everyone can publish anything, but the TURKS TAT or the National Statistical Systems don't statistics, and everybody should, as far as I know, publish their metadata with the results.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay, I think we don't have any more questions. Thank you, Mr. Ünsal, for the answer. We can continue with the OSP working groups. We are a bit in front of our agenda, I think. I think, if you can finish it in half an hour, we can continue, because in our program, the break was at 12:30.
You know, but it can be, but after the other presentation, official statistics preparations and implementation is about official statistics program, and it can be together. It will be good, but you can say I can finish in half an hour.
Okay, but if we get break, we will start again at 1:30, isn't it? I think we can continue for half an hour.
Okay.
With that, then after the break, you can continue with the preparation and implementation of the OSP. Okay.
Okay.
Thank you.
I will continue with the official statistical program working groups. As I mentioned before, official statistical program working groups are subgroups of statistical council. Also, they are in their procedures are mentioned in the directive, on the formation and working procedures of the official statistics program working groups was prepared in 2012. Within the scope of the fourth term of official statistics program covering 2022 and 2026 period, the working groups organized in accordance with the program structure have been reorganized in the line with the needs and incoming requests with the approval of the council president. The regulation on the procedures and principles, as I before, entered into the force in 2023. Official statistics program working groups objectives can we say to produce official statistics that are needed and planned in accordance with international standards. As we said before, UN standards or European statistics standards or OECD standards. We produce the working groups to produce official statistics in accordance with these international standards. To ensure the compliance of the produced official statistics with international standards. And the other objective, to carry out studies to increase the data quality in official statistics. Can we continue with the objectives to evaluate and report the requests for adding official statistics to the program? To identify missing data in data transmissions to international organization and eliminate data gaps. We can manage it with the IDTS also. To prevent duplications encountered in the production and publication of official statistics. How are they formed? Working groups are established with the approval of the council president, as I said before, Turkish Statistical Institute president, TURKS TAT president. Upon the written proposal of the presidency units or institutions and organizations. Working groups consist of representatives of the institutions and organizations responsible for the production and publication of the statistics included or planned to be included in the program. The head of the working group is the head of department, who has the greatest weight in the production on the subject of the study. For TURKS TAT head of, for example, if we continue in agricultural statistics, agricultural statistics working groups, head of this group is agricultural statistics head of unit in TURKS TAT. Also is head of the working group. The working group chair is responsible to the council president for the fulfillment of duties and responsibilities of the working group. The council president can invite institutions and organizations, non-governmental organizations, academics, media members, and private sector representatives who can contribute to the working group. A representative from our unit attends each working group meeting for as an observer. The meeting of working groups are working on their objectives. We control it. We control them. Working groups meet at least once a year for the official statistics included in the program and produced, and at least 3 times a year for the planned statistics and studies. Duties and responsibilities of working groups. To establish the annual meeting schedule and send it to the presidency in January, the first duty. To prepare, revise, and evaluate the program within the year. And the other duty, to identify the statistics needed in the areas of responsibility and determine the appropriate methods and the institutions and organizations that will produce these statistics. To evaluate the availability of international counterparts in the topics and plan the works for the production of the topics that are in the summary of European statistical requirements but not produced. The other responsibility, follow methodological developments related to the subject and identify what can be done to eliminate the determined data gaps in data transmission to international organizations. For IDTS, we use it. For example, sometimes the data gaps for Turkey in international organizations. And the other responsibility, obtain an opinion from presidency in the establishment of administrative records, the determination of common classification, standards and definitions, and if the current topics are based on administrative records, compare them with other records, ensure the compatibility of administrative records with other databases in terms of definitions, classifications, and standards, and evaluate whether it is possible to comply statistics obtained from research from administrative records. Can we continue to the duties of working groups? Ensure coordination for the signing of a multilateral protocol between the relevant institutions and organizations. If data sharing will be made with the institutions and organizations participating in the working group for the purpose of producing official statistics. Submit the working group meetings reports to the presidency within 1 month from the meeting date and the annual progress report of the working group by the end of the January of the following year, using the methods and tools determined by the presidency. Working groups meetings are so important for our system, and because of that, there is a performance criteria in our institution's strategic plan. Number of meetings held within the official statistics program, we can say. Is there any question about the working groups?
The participants, you can either raise your hands or write your chat box if you have any question. By the way, Mr. Uysal, you said that the session 4 and 5 should be presented together. If it is possible for you, we can continue with session 1 now and then finish today program and continue tomorrow.
Okay, it's possible for me. Just a second, if it's possible.
We have one question from Indonesia, is how do you maintain data sovereignty for the OS?
Just a second, sorry. For the official statistics, every institutions has for the official statistics, every institutions have their data sovereignty, they themselves data sovereignty, but we can by the legislation we can take the administrative data or the other data from the for the official statistics and the how can I say I don't know. We can get every data from other institutions by legislation. Is it the answer? I don't know. For the question.
Yes. Mr. Musa is by law.
Yeah.
Then we can continue with session 5 and finish today's program. If you are not tired.
Okay, it's not problem. Thank you.
Thank you, Mr. The floor is yours.
It's a small presentation, preparation and implementation of official statistics program. We have a preparation process. As we mentioned before, our statistical council determined which statistics will be produced in the official statistics program. For example, as I said before, for 2025, we need to produce agriculture. We need to arrange agricultural census. The statistical council determined that agricultural census will be produced in 2025. And the working groups, TURKS TAT, head of the working group, as I mentioned before, and the other organizations work on it. Which statistical data will produce in the next 5 years, and they start to work on international standards or the other needs of Turkey, and then the official statistics program draft we can manage it, and TURKS TAT approve it, and then presidential decree, as a presidential decree, official statistics program published in official gazette, and all organizations implement their responsible statistical producing, and annually we monitor the official statistics program, which institute produce or not produced or planned statistical issues in which part of it, and if there is necessary, we revise the official statistics program by the approving of Statistical Council. For example, the next for the fifth program, we are working to design this year for the fifth one, and in 2025 opinions and of departments and working groups, we collect them, and the writing or drafting process in 2026. For the fifth program, our schedule is like that. For example, in official statistics program, we have a subject, for example, agricultural statistics coverage. What's about agricultural statistics, and where is the Turkey in current statistics in agricultural statistics, and what we plan future activities for agricultural statistics. The fourth one, statistics and studies planned to be produced. It are future activities to be tabled in statistics and studies planned to be produced in fourth part, and official statistics tables. I will show that. For example, in social statistics, official statistics tables are like that. We have an example. Social statistics, the main theme, and the theme education statistics, and the sub theme of education statistics, formal education statistics, or education expenditure statistics. We have a framework here, the three official statistics, 3.1 education, 3.1.1 formal education statistics. Subsubject: who is responsible? Who will produce the statistics? For example, formal education statistics, Ministry of National Education. For the education expenditure statistics, TURKS TAT. But TURKS TAT is not alone with the producing, sorry about that. For the producing education expenditure statistics, we need data. Have some related institutions or an organization. What are they? Republic of Turkey's Presidency and Budget. Also, Minister of Treasury and Finance, Minister of National Education, Council of Higher Education are related institutions and organizations. These related institutions and organizations are the members also for the Education Statistics Working Group. For the formal education statistics, yes, for the formal education statistics, we have administrative register. I will say about that, but sometimes TURKS TAT is control the data for the administration, formal education statistics to the international standards. And we also, as a working group manager, TURKS TAT should be related institution and organization. And can we continue from the framework? Data collecting frequency annually. Formal education statistics, annually data collection. And dissemination frequency. It can be changed. For example, annually data collection, or monthly, or sorry. And dissemination period, time plus 2 months for the formal education statistics. For education expenditure statistics, time plus 12 months. Data collection methodology, what is it? Administrative register for formal education statistics. For education expenditure statistics, survey plus administrative registers. It's important for us. Data availability status, available, partially available. Classification used, current version of ISCED. It's education statistics also for the expenditure, also for ISCED. Estimation level, not level 3 for Turkey. Release version, for example, for formal education statistics publication, electronic area, PDF or XLS. For the education expenditure statistics, for TURKS TAT, press release. There is a framework for official statistics program in every statistics. And before that, the criteria, we have criteria for the inclusion in the official statistics program. 3 main criteria: institutional environment, statistical process, and statistical output. I will mention the details of them in revision because there's some detailed version, but it's important to be inclusion in institutional environment, statistical process, and statistical output is important to inclusion in the official statistics program. And briefly, the preparation and implementation of official statistics program is like that. Thank you for listening. If there is any question, I can mention.
Thank you, Mr. Uysal. We have a question from Sudan. He's asking many questions about how to coordinate, collect administrative data from government and non-government institutions.
As I said before, working groups determine that which administrative data we need. They determine, and as I said before, the related institutions said, yes, we have, but we use web service nowadays. We arrange protocols with the other institutions by the force of law, statistical law. We arrange protocols and we use web service from the other institutions to the TURKS TAT or, for example, the other responsible institutes.
Thank you for the clearness. We have a question from Nigeria. How frequent are your publications? For the publications, I think, do you mean the statistics or the OSP? I don't know. Mr. Uysal, what is yours?
For official statistics program, we published in every 5 years. But for the statistics, it changed for 326 once. Sometimes it can be changed monthly, hourly. For example, central banks some central bank statistics are hourly, or bank regulation institutions have daily statistics, but the official statistics program for 5 years.
Great. Thank you, Mr. Uysal. Do we have any more questions? One more question. Do you have a harmonized template for collection of administrative data?
It can be changed for the every issue or theme, but the working group and our departments, TURKS TAT departments, determine that. Is it suitable?
Because you can say that because all the administrative data have a different regulations and different indicators, different structures. It's like a transformation into the official statistics, and there is, I think, nobody can have a harmonized template for that. Maybe for the official statistics, there can be some STMX. It's possible.
Yeah.
Otherwise, it should be solved case by case, I think. Isn't it? So, okay.
Yeah.
I think if you don't have any more questions, we have finished our first day program a bit early. Thank you, Mr. Uysal. And I will send an email in a few minutes after closing today's sessions, and we will start tomorrow at 11 a.m. Selamun Aleyküm ve Rahmetullah.
Thank you. Have a nice day.
Thank you, Mr. Uysal.
Thank you.
Thank you.
Thank you.